Well, it's just passing high tide. There's one spot I want to fish out there, so I'm going to monitor it pretty closely, make sure there's no waves crashing over the rocks. All right, let's get set up. I've got everything I need in this backpack, everything I need for a catch and cook, my drone, sandwich, swim baits, pan, a couple drinks, big tackle box, sun shirt. All right, everything I would possibly need. Some fluorocarbon, I'll be needing that. So we're gonna go a little bit old school today, and I'm not even talking Kitech old school. I'm talking old school, big hammer. Going big hammer on the swim bait today. Got a couple jigs as well, but the main thing I'm gonna focus on is these big hammers and getting a big lingcod. I've been saying that for years. I've gotten some decent ones, but today just might be the day where we get a monster. I've got 65-pound Suffix 832 braid. I've got this 40-pound fluorocarbon. I'm going to tie an FG knot to the 65-pound braid and probably do about a 20-foot top shot of this leader. Most of you already know what a top shot is, but if you don't, a top shot is just an extra length of either mono or fluoro that you tie to your main line. Usually it's braid, and you can use that as a shock absorber if you're going for salmon, or if you're going for rockfish from shore, you can use it as your leader so you don't have to use swivels and don't have to keep cutting off and retying. So that's my definition of a top shot. Now, I've been using this backpack for about 2 years now, basically just trial and error, just testing it out. And I love it because it's got one huge pocket. You can just open the whole thing. You don't have to dig down from the top and grab whatever you need. It's just all available to you right there. I made some modifications to it on the bottom because when I bring it out to the rocks, the zipper has been getting a little frayed. So I've got this special flap on the bottom. I love it because I can use it. I use it as a check bag all the time. It holds everything I need. It's got tons of compartments. I can put my fishing rods on the sides. It's got these heavy duty clips on it, and I finally have them for sale. So if you would like to purchase one yourself, you can go to fishermanslife.net, and they're on sale for $80. Free shipping too. Actually, any order from my website that's over $50 receives free shipping. Now, real quick before we start fishing, while we're on the topic of what I have for sale, I recently got these UPF shirts that'll protect you from the sun. If you're interested in any of this stuff, fishermanslife.net. Now let's catch a big lingcod. All right, I think I'm about ready, and I'm going rock fishing, so I'm ready to lose a lot of gear. These are our swim baits, just a selection, and we got more swim baits over here, got some jigs in the mix. And I'm starting off with this, which might be a little heavy. It looks like about a 3-ounce weight. I know it's deep here, so we're gonna try to get down there fast. And that's some type of big hammer. It's been sitting in my stash for the longest time, just collecting dust. So let's get it back to use and get some fish on it. Now, even though it's almost high tide, I haven't seen any waves breaking over this rock. So I'm gonna give it a chance. And if I get wet, I get wet. But I think the chances of getting swept off are pretty low. Just gotta be extra careful. I always say it every time you come out rock fishing. You never know what's gonna happen. Some sneaker wave can knock you right off. But all these rocks look dry right here. There's a big wave, and it gets broken up by the seaweed. So as long as I stay up here where it's dry, I should be safe. So we're using the Daiwa BG today. It's the 4,000 65-pound braid. I'm gonna make sure my drag is set quite tight, because if I do get a rockfish, I don't want it pulling me down into the rocks. I'm gonna do a couple casts with this big 3-ounce weight. Might be too much, but give it a shot right now. All right, let's see what happens. I might have to go lighter, but never know. Could be a monster out here. And I want to keep in contact with that line as it sinks all the way down. Now, I'm basing what I'm about to say based on my underwater footage that I did while I was fishing underwater. And that is, if there are lingcod around here and they see this big bait falling down into the ocean, they will come up and attack it. So I'm going to do a couple casts. Don't tell me I have a fish on here. It feels like a seaweed or something. Oh, starfish, starfish. First fish of the day. Nice starfish. Don't really have to worry about anything breaking, I don't think, because we got 65-pound braid. All right, well, perfect hook set right there. We're gonna do a couple casts. And now if this jig head is too heavy and it falls too fast, then I'll go with something lighter so I can keep the swim bait in the strike zone for a lot longer of a time. Well, we're gonna go about 70% lighter. This is a 3/4 ounce weight. And we're gonna pair it up. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Perfect little bait for this water. I got supreme confidence in this one. This is the loop I like to do. I do 2 loops, one there, one behind it. I put that loop from behind it through that first loop. I hold them together, and I put that tag end right through the eye of the swim bait, of the jig head I mean, then put that line through the top loop and pull it down. This is called the canoe man loop, and it's basically a bowline knot which people use to rescue people from cliffs, and it's one of the strongest knot and most reliable knots there are. And then you probably already know, but the hook's coming out right about there. So I'm gonna thread this on right through the center. And pop it out right on that spot. I'm trying to keep this as close to the center of the swim bait as possible. So when that hook comes out and I thread it on all the way, it should look just like that. Perfect presentation. Let's get a fish. All right, back at it with a really light swim bait this time. We're gonna go right in between the rocks and let it sink slowly, slowly, slowly. And as I let it sink, I'm holding my line. I'm holding my line and letting it sink on its own. Like I've been saying all these years, and all these other guys have been saying too, that way if you do get a bite, you can set the hook, close the bail and set the hook quick. Well, damn, I think this is the first casualty. Got knocked the rust off a little bit. There's just a big cliff out there and it just drops straight down. Got to avoid that section. Got to break this one off, unfortunately. All right, gonna try another spot and try not to get splashed. Oh, fish on the way up. Fish on the way up, dude. Let's go. Fish on the way up. Let's go, baby. Yahoo! Nice. Nice. On the way up. Little lingcod. Hell yeah. Little lingcod. Nothing big, but that was probably about the 4th cast. Now, take a look at this. You're going to be grossed out by this, most likely. Actually, yeah, I'm already grossed out by it. I'm going to use my knife here and check this out, what's attached to its gills. I know a lot of you have seen it already, but a lot of you don't know what this is. And these things attach themselves to these fish's gills. Oh, there's another one. Oh, just grabbed onto me. Here, take a look at this. But that's not even the gross one. Take a look at this. I'm gonna save this lingcod from having to deal with this thing in the future. Do a little surgery here. I mean, look, you can see it right there. Take a look at that. See that thing right there? Disgusting. Gross. So gross. It's like a little tick. It's like a saltwater tick. I mean, dude, I don't even want to touch it. What do you think about that? Disgusting. Yuck. Ugh. Ugh. All right. You know, those bugs freak me out, and this thing is in the same category. All right, let's release this lingcod. Little guy. See you later. Oh, that was a bite. Definitely a bite. It's probably going to come right back for it. Yep, he's on it. Got him. Oh, I missed him. Nope. Come on back for it one more time. One more time. One more time, one more time. Just come on back for it. Come on back for it. I know you're right around there. If he sees this thing floating down, he's gonna grab it. Dang, that was a good bite. Second cast over here. All right, I cast it to the exact same spot. And if that fish is there, he's gonna bite it again. Oh, there he is again. No, that wasn't. All right, I might have to change the swim bait. It's getting tore up a little bit. But here we go. Right into the strike zone again. Felt like a decent one. There he is. Oh, that's bottom. That's bottom. Oops. Dang it. All right, got it off. Probably bent the hook though. Ah, man. Yeah, this hook's all messed up. Swim bait's messed up, so I'm gonna change it out, even go a little bit heavier. I don't think too many guys throw big swim baits like this from shore, but you know, I'm really trying to get something big today. So it's a 7-inch swim bait. Went back up to a 3-ounce jig head, and I believe it's about 40-50 feet deep right in front of me. So that should be able to give that swim bait enough time to just wiggle down real slow. And if anything is in front of it that's big, that's what I'm going for first. Oh no, it got stuck right here. First cast, god dang it. That's what happens when you go big. Go broke or go home. Dude. Come on, man. That's right there. Dude, get free, bro. All right, we're gonna go through the whole progression, I guess, of 4 or 5 years in one day. We're going from big hammers to Kitex now on a weedless hook with about a 3/4 ounce weight. Now we're gonna fish this whole area again and see what happens. If we don't get anything on this, we're going with the jiggy jig. Woo, finally got one. Yeah. I feel like it's a cabezon. Or maybe a big ling, I don't know what it is.
Good size, bro.
Yeah, it's got some weight on it for sure. Oh, came off. Damn, that was a good fish. That was on the jiggy jig too, 30 grams. Shoot, waiting all day for that one. Oh, that hurts. David came out and joined me. He was close by, so it's been a while since we fished together. Damn, man, had one. Oh, that was a good one too. Damn. One reason I do like to fish the jiggy jig, or any jig for that matter, is you can cast it about twice as far as you can a swim bait. It just flies through the air like a rocket. All right, let me tell you why you probably haven't seen that many videos from me fishing from the rocks lately. And that's because, well, you know, I got a boat now. On a day like this, when it's super calm, I got an option to go to the ocean in my boat or stay close from shore. And sometimes, you know, it's just a little too tempting to go back on the boat. But today we're gonna try to make it work. We still got a good amount of time. The tide's about to change in a couple hours, so I think we can get something done here. Oh yes, got one. Finally got one. Oh yeah, deep out there. What is it though? It's fighting. Woo! Woo! Oh, come on up over the rocks. Come on up over the rocks. Here it comes, here it comes. What is it, a little lingcod? Black rockfish, cabezon. Oh wow, look at that thing. Oh, that's a gopher. It's a nice gopher. Pull him up from the depths. He's got his swim bladder out and everything. That's a good looking rockfish, man. Not the monster we were looking for, but look at the hook set, perfect. And hey, I wanted to make a fish sandwich today, just like old times, and that's gonna be perfect for it. Right there. Well, what do you think this one is? That's a good sized fish.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say, well, 4. Yeah, like you said, 4 pound, 4.5 maybe.
4 pounder.
16, 17 incher.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. decent, you know, medium size. Nothing too hoggy.
Hold that thing
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice little intro back. Man,
looks smaller on camera for some reason.
this armor, bro. Like, come on. They're such beautiful creatures, man.
So fat too.
So yeah, I'm gonna let them go, man.
Okay. All right, David and I went to one more spot. We're gonna try this for another lingcod. Since I have this 50-gram jiggy jig tied on, I'm just gonna toss this out a couple times. Then I'm gonna switch it to a swim bait. And if I don't get anything, well, we got that gopher rockfish to cook up. So fingers crossed, wish me luck. I'm gonna try to get something good over here. All right, here we go. We're just gonna do 50-gram jiggy jig, 40-pound fluoro. Cast that thing out a mile. A mile. Well, not quite a mile, but man, probably about 200 yards. First cast, let's see how it goes. Let it sink to the bottom. Even with this 50-gram, that takes a while to get down there. All these mussels are dry, so I'm not too worried about any water coming up here, but I'll still be safe. First cast. All right, it's rocky, but just what I want to feel. Fish on, good one. Well, maybe not great, but it's a fish. Feels, I'm gonna say a black or a blue, but I don't know for sure. No. Oh wow, dude, a kelp greenling. This is the kelp greenling spot. Another fat kelp greenling. Couldn't let it go though. Keeper kelp greenling. If I had a live bait rig, this would be good for live bait, but I don't know. These have been pretty wormy for me lately, so they've always been pretty wormy, so I'm gonna let them go. Let them fly a little bit, get a taste of the air. Switching it up to a swim bait, not a big hammer. This is a Kitech though. Look at this thing. This has such a crazy action, and I've been sitting on these for years. I've never brought them out here for some reason, but David's got one tied on, and I've got one on. We caught a kelp greenling on the jig. Let's see if we can get a lingcod on this swim bait. Oh yeah! This thing might be a big black rockfish.
Come on!
That's what I'm thinking. Big black, big black. That's what I'm thinking. What do we have here? Oh no, damn, came up for it. This one's a little bigger.
Is that number 6 for the olives?
Yeah, another. Yeah, this is not a I don't even, black and yellow, I think.
Come on, man, we should know this.
I know, we should know this. Man, I've tried this thing here, the green pumpkin, supposed to be amazing, nothing. Tried that thing, nothing. Try this thing, nothing. So I'm done with the swim bait. I'm going to try one last ditch effort with the jig and a little grub on the tail. Give that a shot. If that doesn't work, it's time to eat dinner.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a black. GoPro start recording. Damn, that's a big wave too.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's a fish, that's for sure. Let's see if I can get him up over here.
40.
Yeah, it's getting sporty. Let's see if I can get him up here. Up over these rocks.
Yeah. Take it around to the right. Bring it around to the right. Nice. First cast.
First cast. Same thing, little gopher. All right, let him go.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, last cast. That feels like a better one. I'm gonna say this is a black. Ooh, this is a keeper. Whatever it is, this is a keeper. Definitely got some head shakes on them. Woo-hoo, come on up, bringing them up from the deep. Last one of the day. What is it? What is it? What do we have here? Come on. Come on up, come on up. Oh, whoa, yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Well, it's even bigger.
Hell yeah.
Dude, you can tell how deep it is. His freaking swim bladder is completely out. Ah, what a way to end the day. That was this good fish right here. Same as the other one, man. There's a lot of these coppers. This one's got a lot of meat on them. Very nice looking fish though. Nice, very nice. I always like to bleed my fish, so I'm gonna bleed this guy. He's been alive all day, so let some blood come out. All right, just gonna get this bread toasted up first. Just a little butter. Always good with some butter. Oh, that red, that's from the fish's gills.
Little flavor profile.
Yeah, I thought it was like
nice. That's the secret ingredient, guys.
yeah. Sandwich is always so much better when the bread is toasted. All right, I got one bowl, but that's what we're gonna mix our egg in. And I've got these panko flakes, but I don't have another bowl or another plate. But I do see something that can work just right. And that is my tackle. No, that's probably not a good idea to use the tackle box, since the tackle box has lead and stuff, right? So I'll just pour some into this box here. We'll use this. Season the fish first. This is that stuff that I used on that kokanee on the cedar plank, and man, that turned out really good. So just some of that right there, some of that right there. Oh yeah, smells great. Okay, and I'll just put some extra in here as well. All right, one egg from the backyard. Just mix that up. All right, we got everything going here. The water's coming up quick, so I better finish cooking this thing fast. Got the bread done already. Let's get the flame going. Right there. We don't want it too hot or else everything's gonna burn. So we'll lower that just a bit. Squeeze just a little bit of butter in here. All right, that'll be great. Oh man, what a day. I'm so tired, but this meal is gonna be great. It's always nice to come out here, cook something on the rocks, catch it. It's a lot different from the boat. Sure is a lot of work, but it'll be worth it at the end of the day. All right, here we go. Seasoned fish. Boom, baby. Nice. Just let that slowly cook. Only butter, so it would have a tendency to burn. Yeah, get them. Perfect. Well, that fish shriveled up a little bit more than I was hoping, but it's done, and I bet it's gonna be good. So onto the bread you go. Not the best presentation. That should be a motto for this channel, but it was good. I wanted to do this kind of in memory of that time that David and I came out and cooked the coconut crusted fish. Had the sandwich that was so delicious. I couldn't find any coconut though, and it just so happened David was home on the way, so he was able to join me. It was super spontaneous, but it was great fishing with you again, David. I mean, I'm talking to you here, but you're right behind me. Anyway, I'm gonna just enjoy this, just chill out for a little bit, and yeah, good to get out on the rocks. What kind of videos do you guys prefer now? Boat or shore, or a little bit of both? I'm trying to mix everything all together with kayak fishing, shore fishing, boat fishing, butter boat fishing, all types of stuff. So Street Fair, August 6th. If you want the merch, backpack, fishermanslife.net. Peace, y'all. Man, that seasoning is good on kokanee salmon as well as rockfish. All around good seasoning. All right, peace.